Jai Sitaram. Ayodhya Ch, chapter 11. In the previous section, we saw how Kaikeyi traps Dashratha in 5 different ways. So she asks him to remember the debt of gratitude that he owes her for saving him in the battle between the Devatas and the Asuras. Second, he swears on Rama, whom he loves more than his own life. Third, he swears on his pious acts. Fourth, Kaikeyi asks the 33 crores of celestials to stand witness to Dashratha's promise. And fifth, Kaikeyi calls Dashratha a very truthful person and reminds Dashratha that he has to ensure that he adheres to the epithet that he has received. In this section, we will see how Kaikeyi demands the 2 boons with utter cruelty. Verse 19. Tatra chapi maya deva yatvam sam abhirakshitaha jagratya yata manayastato me pradada varau. O king, because I saved you, you give me boons to myself who was attentive in trying to save you. Verse 20. Tau tu dattau varau deva nikshepau mrigayam yaham tathaiva prithvi pala sakashe satya samgara. However, I kept them with you until some likely season, O Lord of the measureless expanse of the earth. Verse 21. Tat prati shrutya dharmena na chedasyasi me varam adyaiva hi prahasyami jivitam tvad vimanita. O soul of truth, I pray that you grant me my 2 boons. But having once passed your righteous word to grant me the boons, if now you go back upon it, rest sure I will not survive that indignity. I will even tear my heart by the roots. Verse 22. Van matrena tada raja Kaikeyi svavashe kritaha prachaskanda vinashyaya pasham mriga ivatmanaha. It needed not all the solemn asseverations and preliminary vows. Like the foolish deer of the forest that is charmed by the sweet music of the hunter and is hopelessly caught in the fatal net, Kaikeyi's words had already slaved him quiet. And in his eagerness to convince her of his boundless love, he cried, "Enough! Have you not my word that I grant you your 2 boons, whatever they might be? And why hesitate?" Alas, he was little aware of the great misery that lay in store for him. He saw not the shadow of death creep upon him slowly but surely. Kaikeyi observed him keenly and was convinced beyond a doubt that he was hopelessly intoxicated with her beauty and was wound up to the right pitch when he would do anything for her. He fixed him again with her eyes and in cold and cruel tones said, verse 23, Tataha param uvachedam varadam kama mohitam varau yome tvaya deva tada dattau mahipate tau tavadaham dvaiva vakshyami shruname vachaha. O King, O Lord of the earth, now I am only asking for the 2 boons which were already given to me by you then. Listen to my words. By the way, we have to understand that sometime in this night they moved over to Dashratha's palace from the house of wrath. We don't quite know at what time it was done, but then we just know that it was sometime during the night. So probably after King Dashratha asks Mother Kaikeyi to get up and he tries to coax her into telling her what it is and all that, at that time they move over to Dashratha's palace. Because later on, it is very certain that Dashratha's palace is the place from where Lord Rama, Lakshmana, and Mother Sita go off to the forest. Now, let us return to how cruelly Kaikeyi states what she wants. This is very simple and plain, and it cannot be crueler what she asks for. Verse 24. Abhisheka samarambhau raghavasya upakalpitah anenaivabhishekena bharato me abhishicyatam. My son Bharata shall be crowned as the heir apparent to the throne with the very things prepared towards Rama's coronation. Verse 25. Yo dvitiyo varo deva dattah pritena me tvaya tada devasure yuddhe tasya kalo ayamagatah. Mighty monarch, now is my time to ask you to grant me the second of my two boons I had of you on the night of the dreadful battle between the gods and the asuras. Verse 26. Navapanchacha varshani dandakaranyam ashritah chira jina jatadhari ramo bhavatu tapasah. Rama shall be banished to the dark forests of Dandaka for twice 7 years and shall live the life of a recluse with matted hair and clad in deerskin and the bark of robes. Verses 27 and 28. Bharata bhajatam adya yovarajyam akantakam esha me paramah kamo dattam eva varam vrane adya chaiva hi pashyeyam prayantam raghavam vanam. Look sharp. This very moment my Bharata shall begin his rule as heir apparent in undisturbed peace. This is the wish of my heart, and you have sworn inviolably to realize it. Verse 29. Sa Rajarajo bhavastasyam garaha kulam cha sheelam cha hi raksha janma cha paratravase hi vadantyan uttamam tapodhanaha satyavacho hitam nrinam. I but ask you to perform what you promised of old and nothing new. Do I press upon you any unreasonable claim? Nay, I but ask because you are sworn to it. True, it is not every creditor that receives a welcome reception at the hands of him who owes him money, but it is no blame of his. This very day I shall see Rama turn his back upon Ayodhya and take his way to Dandaka. O King of Kings, keep your word and let me not call a traitor of truth. Act so that you will save from eternal disgrace the line of the mighty Ikshvakus in which you are born, the bright traditions of your forefathers from the beginnings of time, and last not least, your duties as a king, in whose crown shines the brightest jewel of truth. I have heard wise and holy men speak of truth as the surest road, and the best to the bright mansions of the blessed hereafter. This is how Kaikeyi demands the two boons. Without any warning, without any indication, she tells the person who loves her so much that she wants to send Rama away to the forest. That very Rama whom King Dashratha had just stated that he loves him more than his own life. Queen Kaikeyi wants that very Rama to be banished into the depths of the dark forest. And it is very interesting to see that she says he has to wear chirajina jatadhari. He has to wear rags or bark of robes, deerskin, and matted hair. And more than the fact that Rama is no longer the king, the old emperor was thinking about how his beloved Rama is going to wear rags. How is he going to stay in the forest after being used to such comforts in the palace? This is King Dashratha's motive, and King Dashratha's mood is going to become so apparent in the 12th and the 13th chapters of this particular canto. And when Vishwamitra had come over and asked for Rama to protect his sacrifice from the onslaughts of the Rakshasas, at that time Dashratha pleaded and begged and asked to protect the sacrifice himself so that his tender little boy is spared. But at that time, at the insistence of Vasishtha, King Dashratha happily sent his sons Rama and Lakshmana into the forest along with sage Vishwamitra. And then, after the happy marriage of Rama and Mother Sita, when they returned, when Parashuram wanted to fight with Rama, Dashratha comes in the forefront and he says that Rama is the very life and soul of everyone over there, and if any harm were to come to Rama, the entire Ayodhya Vasis would just go away. So thus he stands very adamant in protecting his beloved Rama against great sages like Vishwamitra and Parashurama. In the next chapters, we will see how Dashratha's feeling of protecting his beloved Rama doesn't go away even in this particular instance. But then he cannot believe that he is trapped within the layers of his swears on his own acts of gratitude as well as on Rama, on his previous pious credits, and so many other things. And one very important lesson that we should learn from Kaikeyi at this particular moment is that Kaikeyi's greed is blinding her from seeing how much Dashratha loves Rama. And she's using that particular love to further her own interests. This is very important. It is the duty of every devotee to use another devotee's love towards the Lord to further our own progress in spiritual life. But Kaikeyi uses Dashratha's love for Rama to sink further into material entanglements. So these are very beautiful parallels that we can learn over here. And the most important thing is that Kaikeyi believes that she is going to be happy after she sends Rama away. But Rama means the reservoir of all happiness. So how can she be happy if she sends the embodiment of happiness away from herself? That is not going to happen. And in the next couple of chapters, we are going to see Dashratha's heightened love for Lord Rama. The grief of separation from his beloved Rama heightens his affection for the very Rama who is more important than his own life. And we get to see some very eloquent and yet very incoherent words tumbling out of Dashratha's mouth because he cannot believe that his Kaikeyi, the sweet, tender queen Kaikeyi, is suddenly so very cruel as to ask that Bharata be coronated with the very stuff that is used for Rama's coronation. And Rama, instead of becoming the heir apparent of this entire world, has to now go and live in the forests as a recluse, wearing nothing but rags and deerskin with matted hair. The pain that is inflicted on Dashratha knows no bounds. And now with this heightened consciousness, let us now go into the next chapter of Ayodhya Kand. Mangalam Koshalendraya Mahaniya Gunabde Chakravarti Tarnajaya Sarva Bhaumaya Mangalam. Jai Sitaram.